The reality of these things, and has always been the case, and I suspect will continue to be the case, is that if somebody decides to try and put their foot down and say, well, no, we're the market, we're the dominant leader, we're going to do things our way, somebody will come along. We're in a time of disruption for just about every market we can imagine.
Yeah, correct.
As I say on a regular basis, this is a time of ideas. The technology is largely irrelevant because we have the technology now. All that matters is what you want to do.
Yeah, it's the concept and then delivering it in the right way. And that basically can impact any market right now. So anyone in their backyard that knows how to build some tech can build great tech. And then it's about marketing and getting some user base. So it's very interesting times that we're in. So let's jump into SaaS a little bit. Let's talk about predominantly SaaS products. And I know this will touch upon the SaaS Accelerator and why I sort of started this up. So tell us about SaaS Accelerator and why this came about and how you got involved in that.
So I was approached by a lady by the name of Joanna Inch, an exceptional tech marketer who has done some fantastic work with the likes of Lenovo, I think making them an extra $66 million, I think, on a campaign that she ran for them.
That's just a little chunk of change there.
Not too bad as a piece of authority, as we would say. Has been a long-term Google partner, great knowledge in the technology industry, but wanted to niche further and be a bit more precise in her language.
Yes.
And so she thought, well, SaaS is an upcoming world, great place to be. She's secretly a bit of a geek, in truth, is Joanna, bless her, and all the better for it, in my opinion, if I may say. But she doesn't really know, she's not a software person.
Okay.
So has the technology background, has the understanding, but doesn't have the software knowledge, wanted to talk about SaaS, wanted to be in the SaaS industry, went looking for someone
who could help her on the other side,
and found me, which I'm very happy about, and approached me and said, did I want to go halves, and did we want to sort of do something together? To which I, without a thought, I think I published something on LinkedIn about how it was like a penny drop moment, a light bulb moment. It's like, well, have I not thought of this before? We essentially set about looking at how we can help SaaS businesses and the sort of the stuff that they get wrong on a regular basis. And there's a couple of horror statistics for you here, which is that for every SaaS business that kicks off, 10 out of 11 will fail within 3 years.
10 out of 11. Okay.
Which is a horror number.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and they fail for one reason.
All right. Tell me that one reason.
And they fail because they don't have enough customers.
Oh, that's like anything, right? But is it why don't they have enough customers will be the next question.
A lot of this is the typical problem they have is they can't find customers because there isn't a market, let's say. I mean, people have these great ideas. I can solve this problem, but they do no market validation and they go live and having spent 12 months myself trying to sell to a market that I suspect now understand probably doesn't actually exist, it's not a great way to spend a lot of money. And when you consider the cost of getting into SaaS, it's very, very expensive to get it wrong. They go into this world where there's either no market, or the other typical one is that they find customers and then they don't look after them. And so the customers come along and they just come and go, well, that was fun. I'm kind of bored now. I'm going to go and try somebody else because SaaS businesses so often are cheap to get into. If they're cheap to get in, they're just as easy to get out of as well. So there's no brand loyalty as such. There's no commitment. There's none of this sort of stuff going on. And so the customers come in and go out again, which means that something like up to 25 times the cost of keeping a customer to find a new one.
That's an interesting stat. Yeah, 25 times the cost. Wow. Okay.
So, it's between 5 and 25, and I guess it depends on the business and a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Very, very expensive to keep chasing new customers. Massively expensive.
You don't want to roll over customers from old to new to new to new. That's not really good. Retaining customers is key and pivotal to any business, let alone a SaaS business.
You've only got to lose 2% of your customers a month, lose a quarter of them in a year. So you start looking at this horrible churn rate. So you take a step back from there and say, okay, so why do they not have enough customers? Well, because they don't keep them. They don't look after them. They don't do all of the things that they should be doing. We sort of took a step back and said, well, okay, well, what are the crucial things? What do we have to, if we're going to talk in nice generalized terms about the activities that SaaS businesses need to be involved in, then we got it down to sort of 4 things, which is we need to work on a platform. Well, we're all going to have a solid, most of the stuff that they're going to make is going to be a solid, robust piece of software, because that's what software companies do.